Welcome to Sharpen Your Skills, where learning is hands-on. Sponsored by Sharpen Your Skills Continuing Education and Salon, I'm your host, Ayaba Griffin. And today I'm going to be demonstrating a horizontal finger wave in a horseshoe pattern. I'm going to be using the Ampro Pro Style Gel. I'm going to be using a wide tooth comb. I'm going to be using a long styling comb. It's good for you to have duckbill clips available in case you need to slide them into your ridges to keep them in place during the finger waving process. I have my water bottle so that I can be able to resaturate my mannequin's hair as needed. And I have my towels available so that I can be able to wipe my hands and wipe my mannequin's face off as needed. So let's get started. So I've already parted my mannequin's hair on the right side. It doesn't matter which side you part your mannequin's hair on. Whatever is most comfortable for you and whatever is going to help you be most successful in mastering this basic finger waving technique. So I'm going to do my C shaping in preparation for my first ridge, and you start your ridge at the open end of your C shaping. I direct it onto the forehead, tilt my comb. I drop my index finger below the first ridge, keeping my fingers firmly in place in a slim V so that I do not comb out or smash out the ridge, and then I roll my finger off. I direct some more hair into my ridge, tilt my comb. Keep my fingers pressed down in a slim V position. Then I roll my finger off. I direct, connect, tilt, replace my fingers, and comb. This first ridge goes all the way to the back of the crown. And now I have finished my first ridge. I use the back of my comb to smooth and define my ridge. I'm going to move to the other side of the head. I make my C shaping in preparation for my second ridge. Direct the hair onto the forehead on the side. Direct, connect, tilt, replace, comb. Direct, connect, tilt, replace your fingers, comb. Hold those fingers firmly in place in a slim V position and roll your fingers off. Direct, connect, tilt, comb. And so now I'm in the back crown area of the head. This is where the shape and the form of the head gets really wide in this area. It's also called the parietal ridge. It's the getting into the widest area of the head. And your ridge must continue to go in the same direction for the entire ridge. You do not make it go in a different direction. This is what creates that horseshoe pattern, because the second ridge goes around the first one. Creating that horseshoe around the first ridge. And I'm using the small end of my comb because I'm taking even smaller subsections of hair and directing it into the current ridge. Working my way all the way around to the other side of the head. And back onto the heavy side of the mannequin's head in this particular design, because of the part being on the right side of the head, the left side is going to be the heavy side because it has most of the hair on this side of the head. Using the back of my comb, I smooth and I adjust my ridges. Now I'm back on the other side of the head, the side front area. There's my C shaping is going towards the face. Direct, tilt, replace, comb. Roll my finger off. Direct, connect, tilt, comb. Direct, connect, tilt, replace my fingers, comb. Direct, connect, tilt, replace your fingers, comb. You have to get that method in your mind so that you can be able to remember what to do. I continue working all the way around the head. Remember, your ridge must go in the same direction for the entire ridge. Your ridges must alternate, going in one direction and then in the opposite direction in order to create a wave. Just my mannequin's head is needed so I can make sure that I have good control. I keep my fingers and my arms, my comb parallel to each other. Smoothing and adjusting my ridges, making sure they're defined along the way. And see, I'm making my way all the way around. Mannequin's head. Continuing to direct that hair into the ridge. Directing, connecting, tilting my comb, replacing my fingers, and combing that hair, getting it ready for the next ridge. Because when you're combing your hair in the opposite direction, underneath your index finger, you are actually preparing the hair for the next ridge by forming that next C shaping. So now I'm going to comb that hair and mold it and shape it around and behind the ear. And what allows me to do that is because of the fact that I have made my ridges here high enough to be able to bring this hair behind the ear. And that's where I'm going to start my next ridge, behind the ear. I'm going back in the opposite direction, directing, connecting, tilting my comb, replacing my fingers, and combing that hair in the opposite direction, and then rolling my finger off. I'm continuing all the way around the head. Remember, your ridges must go in the same direction for the entire ridge. Don't split that ridge and go in the opposite direction on the same ridge. Made my way around to the other side of the head, and I'm going to mold that hair around and behind the ear, just like I did on the other side. And I'm going to start this next ridge behind the ear. Still directing, connecting into that ridge, tilting my comb, replacing my fingers, and then rolling off. Direct, connect, tilt, replace, comb. Now I'm in the area of the head where the head starts flattening out, and I have more of a flat surface to wave on. Just like you do when you're on the sides of the head. direct, connect, tilt, replace my fingers, comb. The technique is the same throughout the entire process. Now I've worked my way around to the other side of the head once again. And I've already formed my C shaping for the next ridge. So I'm going to direct that hair towards the ear. Directing that hair, connecting it into the ridge. And I've worked my way to the other side of the head again. Now my C shaping is this way. So now I'm going to direct the hair in this direction. I'm trying to make sure that I keep my hands and my fingers, my arms, everything parallel to each other. Molding that hair where I want it to be. now I've completed my entire wave. If you need to do any adjusting, you can do that with the back of your comb. Smoothing, adjusting. If you had any clips that you have in your mannequin's hair, this is where you can take those clips out. That's the back. That's the side. That's the other side. And there's the top of the head. You can see that horseshoe pattern. And there you have it. The horizontal finger wave with the horseshoe pattern. I want to thank you for joining me, Mrs. Griffin, for Sharpen Your Skills, where learning is hands-on. You can find out more information about the classes that I offer here at Sharpen Your Skills Continuing Education and Salon at sharpenyourskills.com. I'll see you next time.